Could this be the best DAC for 100 bucks? And is it better than its smaller sibling? Let's find out. Regarding file support, I just want to say it's absolutely great. You can play all kind of files through it, including DSD, so I will not bother you too much about that. You can see that Da3 is actually a much bigger device. It is also made of aluminium and it feels really nice in your hand. Buttons feel really nice and clicky. And let me quickly plug it in. Okay, so you can see display powering on. Every time you turn it on, the volume level will be set to 50%, which is 18. And that's great for headphones, but if you want to get maximum line out level, which is 2 volts for your amplifier and home stereo, you will need to increase that volume to 38 every time you plug it in, and it's a kind of drag, for me at least. But for headphones users this is great. You can also choose between one of 3 audio filters, filter 1, 2 or 3, and to be completely honest, I did not hear difference between any of them. And just before we jump to audio quality talks, I would like to say that I tested it only as in its unbalanced mode, that's like standard 3.5mm output, because I don't own any balanced equipment which uses its balanced mode. And what is that about? Actually, this DAC has 2 DAC chips inside. It uses the same Sabre chips as Da2, but it has 2 of them, separate one for every stereo channel. And that's supposed to give more clarity and more power, but as I said, I don't have a way to test that, so I tested it like every other DAC, and I will talk about that only. So, how does it sound? Well, I hooked it up to several headphones and it sounded absolutely great. I have no complaints whatsoever. And I also then tried it with my stereo amplifier in my home setup using cables like these, and it performed really well. The sound is well balanced, energetic, the soundstage is wide, you have a lot of details. I was really pleased with the sound of this one. So I was anxious to actually compare it to some other DACs in similar price range. First of all, the first comparison that comes to mind, I guess, is to a slightly cheaper Da2. They actually use the same Sabre DAC, and you would expect same sound signature, and that's true. The sound signature is detailed, a lot of high frequency details, nicely balanced, but you immediately notice that Da3 has more energy, especially deeper bass. And it may sound like a small difference, but it's not, because listening this one, the sound is much livelier than this one. So spend just a few hours or few days with Da3, then switch back to Da2, and you will feel that your music lost some of the punch, drive and liveliness. And you will immediately want to switch back to Da3, I guarantee that. In this case, I would say that paying a little bit extra for Da3 is great move, because I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Okay, so far we know it sounds better than Da2. But what about other competition? Can you buy any other DAC that will sound better for the same or similar amount of money? Well, that kinda depends. If you're going to use it only as a DA converter, so no headphones directly into it, but you're just going to use it as line output to provide signal to your integrated amplifier in home stereo or dedicated headphones amplifier, there are some better options out there for the same amount of money. I think you can maybe get even a little bit cheaper, but I will talk about that in the videos to come, in the reviews to come. Stay tuned for that, by the way. But if you're going to use all its functionality, like integrated volume control, very nice headphones output, currently I cannot remember any competition, to be honest. And saying that, it's actually very easy to recommend it. That would be it, guys. Thank you for watching and stay tuned because more great reviews are coming.